Someone gazes through your window, and the message you receive is divinely orchestrated, not a mere coincidence. It arrived on the breath of a sacred invocation. It transcended the sorrow of celestial beings and arrived at the moment when the divine draws near to softly reveal the truths you've sensed quietly within your soul. The shivers that grace your spine unexpectedly. The instances when you glance back, sensing an unseen presence, your intuition was indeed correct. A sighting has occurred. A revelation has emerged. And now a declaration must be made. A figure lingers by your window, contemplating their next move with intent. But remain calm. Inhale deeply. Not everything visible is intended to invoke dread. Some are bestowed upon you to elevate, not to diminish. You were destined for greatness unbound by fear. You were destined to perceive with clarity, to sense the change in the air before chaos descends, to understand when the essence communicates through peculiar movements and unsettling quietude. In the stillness, profound truths await revelation. In the pause, there lie omens. In the tears you've shed, there are messages waiting to be unveiled, even if the reasons remain elusive. This message has been delivered to you for a divine purpose, urging you to gain clarity. You stand in the presence of a greater force. You have always been accompanied. Even when the universe closed its gates and affection withered like a forgotten spring. Even when those you held dear became mere shadows, murmuring in the silence behind you. When your name echoed in spaces where you were never welcomed. It was witnessed from above. The essence lamented for you in silence. There are dimensions from celestial beings each time your spirit fractures a bit more beneath the weight. Yet, amidst the shattering, you have flourished. You have transformed into a force that even the depths of darkness dread. That is the reason unusual occurrences have been unfolding in your presence. Recently, your slumber has been unsettled. You've witnessed figures glide by your windows, and you've encountered sounds that defy explanation. Your thoughts might have dismissed it as mere stress or fleeting dreams, yet your essence understood that a presence is observing. A grand design is unfolding, yet they remain unaware that the divine gaze is upon them, and their journey will be limited. I have been present beside you in the spaces where they believed you were lost. Your sorrow has reached my ears, even in the silence of your solitude. I witnessed the moment they approached, yet I unleashed chaos upon their intentions. You pondered the mystery of your phone ringing unexpectedly at 3:13 a.m. Why did the electricity flicker, and why did the dog bark for no apparent reason? I was shaping the very essence of the realm surrounding you. I was instilling doubt in them. I was granting you the opportunity to perceive, to listen, to arrive at the understanding of truth. This is not trepidation. This is the foundation of greatness. This is the essence of reality revealing itself before it graces your being. And yet, there is a presence peering through your window, scheming to act in the near future. Yet they remain unaware of this truth. Your window is observed by the divine. It is enveloped in the sacrifice of the purest offering. It is adorned with the soft murmur of celestial beings who proclaimed, "Pass over this dwelling, for it is cherished by the divine." There are supplications you offered long ago that continue to linger by that window. There are forebears who called out for your protection long before your arrival. They understood the lineage was divine, that your name would bear a force too mighty for shadows to hold. The observer lurking in the darkness may devise schemes, yet their intentions pale in comparison to the destiny already declared for you. You were destined from the start, selected. Your essence sets you apart, and that distinction is what makes you unique. You stand apart because your essence was destined to shine uniquely. And that distinction has been recognized not only by the virtuous but also by those who long for the essence you possess. Your presence evokes a sense of envy. There exists a reflection surrounding your essence, and now an individual seeks to delve into your being, not merely in a physical sense but on a deeper spiritual level. They seek to explore the limits, to approach the divine threshold before the cosmos reacts. Yet they have erred. They sought to glimpse the essence of one enveloped in flames, one who strides with the timeless support of the divine, whose very essence has been molded by the supreme force. This is a divine message for you. The window may be delicate, yet you stand unyielding. The walls may quake, yet your base remains unyielding. What they intend will not come to fruition, not due to a lack of effort, but because a divine force is intervening at this moment in a sacred disruption. A transformation is on the horizon, one so resounding that even the most obstinate will find it impossible to ignore. There's a rift in the fabric, a sacred quiver in the earth beneath your existence. You were destined for greatness, not to be subdued. You were designed to be the beacon that guides others from darkness. Allow your essence to embrace this. Transcends mere humanity. Transcends mere planning. It's a profound intrigue, an enigmatic shadow that has become aware of your brilliance. Transcends mere human jealousy. It's the sort of gaze that seeks to take without permission. Your spirit has transformed into a stronghold of adoration. The brilliance within your gaze is far too timeless to be overshadowed by these sentinels of darkness. They are unaware of the battles you have triumphed over. They remain unaware of the victories you've achieved in quietude. One does not have to raise their voice to be acknowledged in the divine realm. Your prayers do not require public display to be fulfilled. The soft murmur you shared while resting in bed, gazing into the abyss, uttering, "Please, I simply desire to find security." That whisper trembled the very essence of the divine order, called forth celestial beings, captured the divine gaze entirely upon you. This is the reason for your caution, for within you lies something truly invaluable, for they have sought to gaze upon it. Your presence has awakened a profound energy in the ethereal domain. They believe you're unaware. They believe you are in a deep slumber. Yet your essence is stirring, and when it awakens completely, even the darkness shall be consumed. A time will come shortly when you will encounter something extraordinary. A gentle tap, a soft murmur, a caress of air devoid of movement. That shall be your divine indication. Pay attention to it. Speak not a word to any soul. Simply seek divine guidance. Simply observe. The observer shall find themselves observed, and the one who seeks to advance shall find their path obstructed, for their actions have encroached upon the domain of a chosen heir. Keep this in your mind, and when he does, even your enemies will be forced to admit they should never have looked into the window of someone who walks with heaven at their side. My child, someone is looking through your window, but not just with eyes made of flesh. This presence watches not the way humans watch. It studies. It waits. It calculates the cracks of your silence, the loneliness behind your curtains, the heaviness of your sighs as if they were invitations. The world around you has grown quiet, but something near you is not asleep. It lurks in stillness. It breathes in shadow. It has decided to whisper in your life in a way that will send shivers down your spine if you don't hear this message in time. This is a message for you, and not everyone will be able to receive it. But you, the one reading, your soul has been trembling for weeks. Your heart knew this was coming. You've seen it in your dreams and brushed it off. You felt it when your eyes caught something moving outside the window and you told yourself it was the wind. But it wasn't. And deep down you know it wasn't. There are things in the world that don't knock on your door, but watch your life from a distance, waiting for your guard to slip, waiting for you to forget that you are surrounded by the supernatural. Not every presence is sent from above. Not every glance is made of love. There are those who stare with envy because the favor on your life disturbs them. They cannot comprehend why, after everything you've gone through, you're still breathing. They look at you and see light, and it burns their intentions. And so they crouch in the spiritual tall grass outside your window, plotting in silence, trying to figure out how to reach you when you least expect it. You felt it, haven't you? That sense that someone is watching, not with affection, not with admiration, but with a hunger that doesn't come from love. You've looked over your shoulder in empty rooms. You've locked your door twice some nights without knowing why. You've felt the stillness roar. You've witnessed the clock strike 3 o'clock a.m. and sensed an unseen force lingering at the edge of your bed. This message is not intended to instill fear in you. It has arrived to bring forth your true potential. For there are those who conspire in the shadows, and it is essential to discern who remains steadfast by your side. This is no mere coincidence. This is your divine awakening. The transformation you sensed in the atmosphere is undeniable. The sensation you experienced in the stillness was undeniably profound. The names that escaped your lips in devotion, the faces that danced in your thoughts as tears streamed down, those were not mere figments of your mind. You are witnessing what was destined to command your attention. For the time approaches when your view will transcend mere transparency. It shall stand as the shield between you and that which presumed you vulnerable. Yet you stand in the company of many. The divine realm is ever watchful. The Creator who shaped you from the very beginning foresaw this moment arriving. You were destined for clarity, not to wander in darkness. The peculiar sensation you experienced yesterday, when your skin buzzed inexplicably, your essence was making an effort to connect with you. The melody that touched your soul and shattered your heart was more than mere sound. It was the divine proclamation. It was the summons. It was the soothing voice saying, "Observe, pay attention. Remain by my side." They observe, for they perceive the unfolding events in your existence. The triumph, the unity, the prosperity bestowed. The restoration, the romance unfolds. They perceive the brilliance emerging on the horizon before your own eyes can catch it. They perceive the change in your essence. They observe your happiness gradually re-emerging, akin to the gentle rays of dawn breaking over a wintry landscape. You may not have witnessed it, but they have. That is the reason for their gaze. That's why they approach with a gaze devoid of compassion. Your renewal is nearer than you realize. Their scheme hinges on surprising you when you least expect it. There is a presence at your window, observing not merely for your sight, but to measure a moment. They seek to ascend to new heights. In moments of weariness, when defenses falter, and the weight of sorrow clouds your perception, it is essential to awaken your senses and embrace the presence that has entered your realm. Your awareness must elevate to align with your destiny. You've been seeking the extraordinary, yet the extraordinary arrives with understanding. Divine messages are all around you, yet if your heart is shrouded in fear or resentment, you may overlook them. You shall commence the sacred act of blessing your windows. Not merely the glass, but the portals of your existence, the souls you permit entry, the melodies you invite into your essence, the dialogues you nurture. You shall protect your entrances with unwavering vigilance. Someone who was once dear to you still lingers in the depths of your being, searching through cherished memories for a path to return. Yet they approach with stained intentions. They arrive cloaked in echoes of the past. They arrive bearing false contrition, wrapped in layers of deceit. They yearn to be close once more, yet their essence no longer has a place in your sacred space. This message is for you, as you have been pondering the reasons behind your disrupted rest. Why does your tranquility elude you just as you are about to seize it? Why did the bliss you experienced on Monday dissipate by Wednesday night? You find yourself in a profound struggle, where unseen forces are tugging at the very fabric of your fate. Yet behold the reality. Access is granted only through your divine will to open the door, and they shall not remain unless you permit them to dwell. The presence that gazes upon you from beyond the glass can only sway what you choose to ignore, what you choose to hold on to, what you allow by feigning its absence. Yet you shall ascend at this moment. You shall proclaim the truth within your dwelling. You shall purify the air around you. You must proclaim with conviction that you are not open to any scheme that was not ordained by the divine. That you are a beacon of purity, free from the shadows of manipulation, deceit, or spiritual interference. You must cultivate a powerful sense of discernment while embracing a gentle spirit of obedience, for you are not merely observed, you are measured in your essence. The divine gaze is upon us as well. Celestial beings stand close, poised for your command, attentive to your stance, eager for your choice to embrace the truth of your protection, to recognize your strength, to understand that you are remembered, that you are not a casualty in this narrative, but a champion emerging from the remnants of what sought to defeat you. And thus, the creator of the cosmos, who breathed life into your essence before your voice ever echoed, now envelopes your being. The protector who envelopes you in flames and torrents, with unwavering love, will ensure you stand firm. He remains steadfast by your side, unwavering in his support when others may falter. He observes your window as well, not from the exterior, but from the depths, enveloping you in magnificence that dazzles the onlookers and scorches their motives. There is no need for concern about those who observe you when you are aware of the power that resides within. This is your moment to seek divine connection as never before, to annul that which sought to bewilder you, to eradicate what was intended to flourish within your abode, much like the insidious spread of decay in the shadows of quietude, to cleanse the spaces where you rest, where you ponder, where you weep, to proclaim that your dwelling is not a platform for suffering but a sanctuary of magnificence. Your name shall remain unmarked in the chronicles of another's hidden design. Your window is not meant for such purposes. It is for divine revelation, that anyone who gazes within will be overwhelmed by the brilliance illuminating your existence. Someone believed they could connect with you shortly, but you are ascending now, and they shall come to understand, in the fullness of time, that what they perceived as frailty was, in truth, a foundation laid for greatness. What they perceived as your weakness was, in truth, your evolution. You are transforming. You have transcended into a new existence, far beyond their previous understanding of you. And they shall remain blind to the blaze within your gaze when they dare to come near once more. It is essential to envelop your cherished ones in heartfelt supplication. There is an observer, intrigued by the ones who surround you, yet you possess great power. Embrace it. Stroll through your dwelling and voice your thoughts with conviction. Shatter every misleading pact you forged in moments of uncertainty. Close every unseen portal you have left ajar in times of sorrow. Cast aside all shadows of doubt and welcome the brilliance once more. You were destined to shine. You were destined to radiate brilliance, and they will not diminish what is meant to be. They intended to execute their plans shortly, but fate has already orchestrated a celestial disruption. What they attempted to bring forth will vanish before it reaches you. What they envisioned as triumph shall crumble beneath the burden of your adulation. What they murmured in the shadows shall be revealed in radiant clarity. You are being elevated even when it seems like everything is crumbling, for the divine reconstructs by first uncovering what needs to be released. You are prevailing. You are casting off. You stand strong. You are rising to a new level of consciousness. Presence observes, but so is the divine, and he holds the ultimate authority. The portals of your existence are poised to radiate with meaning, and when they gaze once more, they will behold a presence beyond reach, enveloped in magnificence, adorned with power, sheltered by the touch of the Supreme. Allow them to observe. Allow them to ponder. But always remember you are protected. Your presence is acknowledged, and you are divine. And no one can pass through the portal of your existence unless the divine grants approval. And the divine has already decreed a refusal.